All right, we're live. So, hi all. I welcome you to weekly sites meeting of Layer 5. We will be talking about all the sites that you all are working on, and basically they are listed down in this meeting minutes. Let me also share this quickly in the chat. So you can get to know all the agenda items that we'll be talking about. And if you've got any, that could be an open issue or a pull request, you also can go ahead by including them. Also, please feel free to write your name in the attendees like I'm doing, so as to mark your headlines to this particular call. We have a couple of items from folks on the layer5.io site, then a couple of other sites. We'll be going through them. But before that, let's quickly follow the tradition, and that is, if you're joining this call for the very first time and are a newcomer, please go ahead and give a quick introduction. As I'm taking a look at the participants, I don't think we have any newcomer on the call. And that would mean we can go ahead with the topics. So yeah, once again, the link to this Google Docs that you all hopefully can see on your screen, which is also the meeting minutes for this call, is already in the Zoom chat, so you can get access to it from there. For some reason, if you don't have the link or if you cannot access, please do let me know, and I'll make sure that you do have access. Starting with, we will be covering some standing agenda items. I'll quickly refer to them, and then we'll be taking topics which we will be discussing, and we'll be getting feedback from everyone on the call. So the very first standing agenda item is catalog, and we discuss this every meeting. So we'll quickly talk about what's the catalog and what this issue is about. So there are a couple of places where you will find a set of well-curated Kubernetes design apps that you can again deploy in your Kubernetes cluster, and you can take a look at what they are made up of and any number of other details. So this is one place where we have all those design apps published. So this is the catalog. There are like filters that you can use to, look for the design apps that you're wanting to look at. If you click on any one of them, you will be able to see their authors, the technology that's used in them, also a visual representation of the infrastructure. So yep, that is also there. And if you like to play around with the components in a live environment in the browser, there's again this link that you can click to get there. So this is one of the places where we have catalog, and all these catalog items, they are curated by contributors and maintainers. So you also can participate into this activity. This issue talks about exactly that. And there are details around how you can go about doing this. There are a couple of example repository linked from where you can grab some manifest files of Kubernetes infrastructure or some Helm chart, Docker Compose, and so on and so forth. So, and there's also a blog that has some gives to let you know how you are supposed to navigate around the system and publish these designs. So it could be a good starting point for you, even if you don't have, even if you are not into DevOps, but would like to, explore, you can grab any sample apps from there, from these repositories, or if you come across any others, you also can take from there and then try to get them into the system. So that basically was about this catalog items. There's a similar set of issues, and that are on creating templates. So just like design apps, these are templates that are, suggested to users as they're starting out with the visual designer tool to design and manage cloud infrastructure. What I'm talking about is precisely this tool that I'll be sharing link in chat. It's a web-based tool. So I shared that in chat. You can go and take a look. So there are already a couple of existing templates that you can take a look at. And in fact, these issues, a couple of them are merged. And so you also can get inspiration from those, closed issues and titled templates and that can work as inspiration for you. You can you want to draft yours in the same similar fashion. So yeah, there are any number of open issues on creating templates. Let me quickly share this in chat. It will not involve writing code. But yeah, there you go. You can comment and we'll get you a screen. We had a couple of folks joining this call who are leading assistant like Amit and Stanshu. And I just simply would like to share some resources on Systent. Systent is basically our design system where we have all our uh, reusable components in one place, and then we use this throughout our UI clients to have consistency. So I guess this is at this URL. I'll be quickly dropping it down in chat. It's heavily inspired by Material UI, and we have a dedicated section for Systent in our site where you can take a look at all the available components. Let me quickly share this link and ask if you all are also facing a similar issue. It may be due to bandwidth on my side, but I just simply would like to confirm. If anyone of you can try opening the link that I shared in chat and let me know if
This site is loading properly for me.
Only the
Madhavan,
photo
is being loaded. Yeah. It's loading. This is probably a bandwidth issue.
it's loading for you. Okay, yeah, there it was. So
Yes.
maybe some bandwidth issue. Yeah, so these are
But
available.
the footage is still being repeated. If you can see that. Yeah, I think there are two photos. Yes.
This was like a older bug which was fixed previously,
Yes, I
and
think it was fixed in iteration issue fixing. Yeah.
I think we'll have to reopen that issue and see what's causing this. Can other folks also confirm if they're also seeing two footers? All right, I think we'll need to get a issue.
Yeah, there are two footers. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. You, let's take a look if we have same two footer on other sections as well. Yes, looks like it. Madhavan, would you please open an issue right now as we're talking?
Yes, I'll reopen the old issue. I was not connected to that issue. So I'll
Okay.
reopen that one.
Thanks a lot, Madhavan. So yeah, like you can open any one of these components and can see, for example, the code snippet that you can also utilize in your own like in your own project. So these are like NPM libraries, system is NPM library, and you also can import these components directly in your projects as well. So there's some user guidance around that. So that basically was all about system. We have a couple of sessions and training taken by contributors. So again, you can go through them. They are already available on the stocks. Let's quickly now go with the topics. So the very first site that we'll be covering would be the Layer5.io site, which is a Gatsby site, which is again a React framework. The very first item is a help wanted item. Oops. All right. So this is a call to volunteer, and if you have familiarity with React and similar technologies like style components, CSS and Gatsby too, this is right now a page that like already has the mockup in here. There also, I think the Figma design link is already attached. So basically, if you go on the site right now, if you click on solutions, it takes you to a page which is something which looks something like this, but we're wanting to have a standalone page called solution, and it will look something like this. So anyone who would like to work on this, it may be that a couple of folks are working on this together. So yeah, you can feel free to comment, and that way we'll be able to track it out. Would anyone would like to volunteer right now for this particular item? again, the link that is in Figma, you can click on it and we'll be getting access. So I see Madhya is sounding off. Yeah, so definitely you can comment in the issue, and as others are also volunteering, you'll be able to get all of them to up to the speed. So yeah, they can collaboratively work. All right. So that link is already in chat. If you'd like to give it a try, you also can comment. Like there may be some occasional conflict in, for example, if folks are working section wise, it's possible that they will have to be on the same page. So we would want to get their PRs up as soon as possible so that they are aware of each other's changes. So yeah, if you are commenting and you are getting assigned, as soon as you have that first draft of your section up, please do make a PR. There are a couple of folks like Alok, then Ashok, and Madina too. So yeah, please do feel free to comment down and we'll be assigning. Next is also a call for volunteer, and I think it's a straightforward fix. Let me quickly open the issue. So we have a couple of solutions pages. If you hover, you will be able to see these pages. And this is an SEO item, as in we would want to have a dedicated and relevant image as their open graph image. Now, what's that? So basically, when you take link, for example, this link, and you share it in social media handles like, maybe Twitter or LinkedIn or Facebook, some descriptions and images come up. For example, if we quickly go to Open Graph Reviewer, there, if you enter any address to a URL, you will be able to see the Open Graph details like image, title, and description. We'll quickly take a look at that. So we enter the URL. Yeah, so this is how it looks like in Facebook, the image, and then the title comes up and the description too. Now we can control all of these variables on each of these solutions pages through SEO component that's in there. For example, if we quickly go to this page, implementation of this page, which is DevRel platform for Kubernetes and cloud native content. Let's quickly go to the repository. I quickly go to the repository and look for that file where the code for that page is. This is the page. Index.js. And whatever you pass as prop to this particular component, it basically is reflected on there. So this has title like this, and in fact we can see the title, same title in here too. And this image too, it's passed right here. And there's just a note about these images. We'll be taking a look at that shortly. But yeah, it's the same has to be done for all the solutions pages. And you will find all the solutions pages into this particular folder. For example, if you want to update these SEO images for this page, that is architecture diagram, go to the file, and in here you can include, you simply can replace this. So this is a generic image used for all the pages, but you would want to have a dedicated, image for that. So you can replace this image with an image that is more specific to that particular page. For example, if you go to this page, like developer defined infrastructure, it's possible, it may be that we include this image as the Open Graph image if you don't have anything better. But yeah, like this can be there. So hopefully that's clear, and anyone who would like to contribute, they can sound off. The link to this issue is already in chat. And in fact, in the issue itself, I have also linked down one example. So this is example from the so Carmel, I'm muting you for now. Yeah, so there's this example of updating that image prop in the SEO component. And there's also this note about you would want to have that image in the static folder. So static is a special folder in Gatsby, which is published automatically and is available, publicly on the site. So you can also follow this note. So yeah, now would be time for any volunteer to sound off, and I'll assign you to this item. Looks like Kirti has already, asked for the assignment, so we'll be able to get that going. But yeah, since there are a couple of other pages too, if you like, you also can comment and, maybe that Kirti is working on 2 pages, you are working on one, and so on and so forth. So any volunteer for this particular item?
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yep, yep, you are.
Yeah, I had a little bit connection problem, but if we have do we have the image for each solutions page? They should be
Yeah,
different,
so,
right?
yep. So for example, if you
Yeah.
see, so if you, for example, see on this page, this particular image is used as open a graph image. So for other solution pages, if we, for example, go to this one, it could be that we include this one as the, open graph image. But yeah, if like you also can ask in the community, and if there's any better alternative, we would want to go with that. But yeah, just in case you're not able to find out any, you simply can replace with the hero images. Or if not, that depends. So for example, this is also something you can explore a little on the site, and in the brand guide. Can also explore Canvas and see if there's a screenshot that is better suited. So you would want to include that instead of just grabbing the hero pages. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah, it does. So I can work on this.
Yeah, please do comment, and that will be able to assign. Also, like you would want to get assigned to maybe one or at max 2 items at a time, and we want to focus and ship them before you start working on any third item. So just a heads up. There goes this call for volunteers. Next, for this product's misaligned card content corrected issue, I think this is an item from Medina. And so the general flow is that you give a context on the issue that you are fixing, you start sharing your screen and walk all of us through the changes that you have done. So are you all ready
Yeah.
to?
I was assigned to this issue, but Sukuna started before me. He did a PR, and I think his PR looks good. I have left one suggestion. Oh, it's this issue. Yeah, I have fixed it. I was thinking about another one.
Would like to share
Yeah, I
your
have
screen and
fixed it. Yeah.
yeah, so if you'd like to share your screen and walk everyone through, that would be helpful. And this is also nice that you have attached a screenshot.
Oh, should I share and show?
Yeah, so if you can do that, so that would be helpful. If not, then I can share the screen and you maybe can do the voiceover.
I think you can move to the next one. I will prepare and build the project and
Yeah, okay,
run
okay.
it.
That's
It's
fine, that's fine.
running.
In fact, you don't have to build right now. We can take a look at the changes that you have done using the deploy preview link.
Mhm.
So whatever changes you did, it bundled up and made this link available for us to take a look. So let's quickly go to that page. I think this
Yes,
is
it's work in the products.
Yeah.
Mhm.
so this is the page, and
You should. It's this icons and title. I just changed the design and moved it.
let's also take a look at the live site that is there. So we are better able to understand the misalignment. So
Mhm.
this is the live site, and would you like to talk about the changes that you did, like the misalignment?
The title and these icons was overlapping.
Let me look at the open issue.
In the issue, the screenshot was, yeah, like this.
Yeah.
It was.
Mhm. Maybe it's on a screen that's too wide. Let me quickly reduce the size of my screen. Since I'm not able to reproduce the issue, I'll quickly share this down in chat and will ask if anyone can see
Mhm.
what's described in the issue description. So there it is in chat. If anyone would like to open that page and see if what's described in the issue, you're also facing the same situation, which is this.
See the
If I go to the open issue, I don't think there's any merged pull request right now. No, there has been no changes.
Interesting. Maybe in the light mode.
Yeah, let's quickly also toggle the theme.
Yeah, in the light mode, I see this issue.
Can you
I will share
repeat?
it.
Can you talk a little louder?
Yeah. Should I share or
Yep.
I can
If
share?
you'd like to share, yeah, that would be helpful.
I can share my screen. Yeah, here these icons are overlapping.
Okay, are you by any chance on Mac?
Yeah, can you repeat?
Yeah, are you by any chance on, like, are you using Mac?
Yes, Mac, Safari.
Mhm. Yeah, so it looks like this may be a Safari specific issue. I think Mahadevan, you're not using Mac, correct? Mahadevan?
No, I'm not using.
Okay, so
Maybe
like,
it's Safari issue. Yes.
yeah. So since Madina, since you're on Mac, I think you will be better able to troubleshoot and get it
Mhm.
fixed.
Okay, I
So-
will check it again in different browsers and yeah.
So what we can right
If
now do,
it's
since you're already
working.
sharing the screen, can you please open the
Mhm.
deploy preview of your PR so you can navigate to your PR and
Mhm.
show the deploy preview? I'll also share the link in the chat right now.
Hello, if I may say something, I opened it on Safari, but it's not misaligned on mine.
Maybe then it's an light mode issue. Yes.
Oh, okay.
If you
It's my deployed
deploy
PRs
preview,
version.
yep, this looks good. If you again go to the live site and if you try to refresh, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
It looks like as if it was momentarily slow.
A momentary issue. We can wait, but
Okay,
it's
no.
not changing.
Yep. So I think Libin was talking or Liu was talking. So you are also on Mac and are using Safari and you're not able to see this, right?
Yeah, it's not misaligned, it's correct. On light mode, in dark mode.
Interesting.
Well, then I think we have to look more into it. If you quickly go through the changes that you did. They're mostly styling changes, and so it's possible that some styles are not being respected by Safari, and so I think we'll have to get it tested with other different users of Mac in Safari. And in fact, Lee also pointed it out in Marina too, so probably there's something for us to fix. And for that exact reason, I have shared this PR link in chat. And yes, if you're using Mac or simply would like to give any feedback, please do. Anyone has any other thought before we move on to any next item or any sessions? I think not. So thanks a lot, Madina, since like we were able to see the problem on the live side on your machine, and also since your deploy preview seems to fix that, we can wait for a couple of
Okay.
moment before we get this merged. But yeah, thanks a lot for your update.
Yeah, just can you guys hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, maybe on mobile, like the icons are a little bit lifted, a little bit. If you check it on mobile, maybe if there's a way we can fix that, that would be great.
Right, so let me quickly switch back to my own mobile bit. And it looks good in here too. So it's quite possible that it's a Safari issue or Mac in Safari issue. Yeah, so if folks can help opening it on Chrome in Safari, that might also help us get some more insights. So like this looks good on mobile view in Windows and in Chrome. Thank you, Liban. We have this particular update from Abhijit. Let me take a look if we have them on top. Looks like we do not. So I'll quickly share the PR link in chat and we'll ask for feedback or thoughts from all of us on the call. Then I have some couple of quick fixes updates. And the very first would be about adding a testimonial on Canvas page. So if you go, since it's a live change, I mean, it's a change that's live on the site. Let's quickly go and take a look. So there it is. This particular is an update, like the word that I updated, like added. So you can read it out. And then also in the slider, I added that somewhere. So you might be able to see it somewhere when it comes there. So we have a pretty quick fix. Before I move on, anyone has any feedback or thoughts? All right, so let's go to the next update. This was about some of the export warnings. So whenever you raise a site locally, there were these two warnings coming up, and they were for select component in the system. And something has to, basically there were some export in the, whenever you have index structures, that's regarded as a page template, and you cannot have more than one. And there are a couple of other exports that are allowed, but you cannot have any other, exports are not allowed basically. So the task was to split that out into individual pages and then trying to import that into other, pages that like sections that we were using. So it was basically this, but since we are getting that two footer thing right now, and okay, let me quickly see if that's happening again. So on products, there is no two footer. On solutions, there's no footer. Let's look at the project space. On project space too, there's no, there aren't two footer, just one. If you go to system section, there aren't two footer in here. So if you go to components, so like the two footer had miraculously gone. So at this point, I'll quickly, and in fact, let's also go to one of these components to see. And I think here we'll be able to find the two footer, but no. Can you folks please again check if you're getting the two footers on this page?
Yes, I am still getting into footers.
Yes, there is two footers.
Yeah, so it looks like when you visit this page individually, or if you refresh, then we are getting two footers. Let me quickly do this, that I'll be going to the home page. And then from here, I will be navigating to projects, open source projects, then system, then components, no footer. If you go to any of the components, for example, text input, we don't get any. But as soon as you go to, for example, system component space, you refresh, you get this to footer. So there's some logic and there's some issues with the refreshing, and I mean we got one more point to troubleshoot this item. So again, we'll take a look. And I was highlighting this because just a possibility. So there's no functionality change in this particular PR that I have, which is for fixing those warnings. You basically can see that in the page template that is index.js, I removed these export from there. I created two files called section nav and header.js. And there are two files like the code.js where I imported from these two newly created files and you use the sections already. So there's no functionality change or anything else. So it might not be that this PR is causing it, but yeah, definitely we'll have to take a look at what's causing that to footer issue. I think we fixed it. I think Mahadevan some time ago shared the link. Let's see if we ever got that fixed. Looks like it's still open, and yeah, it has not been fixed. So again, this is a call to volunteer. Let me again share this in chat. Which also mentioned this in the standing agenda item that we have today.
Is this issue already signed?
No, looks like it's not. So there seems to be someone who was originally assigned, but they are since then unassigned. So yep, this is an open issue, and basically, if anyone would like to help, they can, and it's opened by Mahadevan, who's also on the call and is one of the co-hosts. All right, so let's then go to the couple of next updates.
Yeah, I
So
think this is
Mahadevan, if you have this from you, would you like to?
yes. I also have some other site updates and share those as well. So I started sharing my screen. Yeah. So this is my original PR, which is in the doc regarding the assistant about page. So I've added the assistant instructions which were there on the docs, which I added on the README. But Lee had suggested that I should also add npm link, so I have to do that and make some grammatical corrections here. So this is I'll update this, and I should have this round up today. I had something to ask for this PR, if this is okay. The cloud service mesh to cloud native change. I can go forward with this.
Yeah, please do.
Yes, so I had originally the change that I had made was just that somebody who is just redirecting to service mesh workshops will be redirected to cloud native workshops. That was all that I had done. I did not know that individually these cards have to be done. So the only question that I have is that for each of these cards, do I have to individually write redirects, or
Yeah, so that's an
okay,
excellent question. And in
yes.
fact, I had also run into it. So like in Gatsby Cloud or somewhere, they mention about a splat. So this is this concept of the splat redirection where they support wildcard. So basically you can catch
Sorry,
all
can you
the,
repeat? I was taking it for
yeah, so there doesn't seem to be a support for wildcard. So that like using which we can simply catch all the text that comes after service mesh workshops and then can redirect to cloud native workshop slash that text.
Yeah.
So you can read more since I have some insight. There's this concept of splat redirection, SPLAT, and
Splat
I mean, yeah. In fact, let me share the part.
Yeah, so I actually saw the comment and I realized, okay, I should do this, but then I was confused. Okay, wait, should I manually
Yeah.
redirect it?
Yeah, so basically, like, I pointed that out because as soon as we'll be merging this change of yours, all the past reference anywhere, like for example, in some
Yes.
old articles, they will
They will all
all
be coming.
read. Yeah. So we will have to figure that out, how to dynamically, like, it's really inefficient to add these many redirects for these many cards. So we will have to like,
But there's one more question here. So, like, the redirect issue will only be there for the existing cards, right? So, for example, say we add something new. Say we
Mhm.
add, say, QCon India 2025 here. So
Yeah,
that
yep,
link would be cloud native workshops
yep,
and
yep,
so on.
yeah,
So there would be no redirects required for that, yeah.
yeah,
Only
exactly. There will
for
be no
these.
the
Okay, I'll
past.
look into Splat redirection, and if I'm able to implement that really well, then I'll do that. But I mean, these are like how many? Yeah, not a lot. Like some 14 cards, 14 redirects should be okay. But I'll try to get the Splat redirection thing done.
Yeah, if you
Because
are
I'd
able
seen,
to.
yeah,
Mhm.
I had seen some implementation where they were trying to like slugify. There was this even in our existing redirects. Um,
Mhm.
here, I think. Yeah, so something like this for each, with a for each. So I don't know. I just was trying to find if there is something like this, but within our Node.js, Gatsby Node.js file. Yes, this I meant this. I don't know if this is what the implementation is, but yeah, I thought maybe something like this where we can just add.
Yeah, like this I don't think has anything to do with the redirecting.
Mhm.
So
Okay, okay, that's fine. I'll look into that and get that done.
mhm.
Other than that, there was this PR on Meshri.io site where what do we say, the cloud native design patterns link did not work originally. So now it works properly, and all the feedback is incorporated. Coder looks good to me. Had told me to incorporate this feedback here, so that's done in this part and in the site. Yeah, wait, where is it? Yes. So the design patterns is there properly, and it's originally it was aligned here because there was this one extra card which was empty. So all the alignment is done proper, and that bug has been fixed. So this is completed.
Mhm.
And this
Oh,
PR, which was the buttons overflow on Meshri.io.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't think anything can be done because the other contributor, I mean, you had also pointed out that display effects and all of that would be irrelevant. And Coder looks good to me. Also tried out other stuff that there's no way. I mean, I could not find any other way to limit the expansion. So maybe we'll just close this PR and keep the issue
Now, not
simple.
that like the changes. So the
Mhm.
intention is good, but the changes that we are currently having in this PR, they are not like able to fix this particular issue that you have described. So
Yes.
like without,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
I understood. Understood. So yeah, I think we'll close this PR out because I am not able to find another way
Okay.
to fix that. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it from my end. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mahadevan. Yeah, so like there are a couple of resources where you can look for that particular Splat redirect. I'm not sure like if they support that in the site too. That like we have, for example, we host that on GitHub pages and so on and so forth. But yeah, please do look into it.
Yeah, thanks. I'll do that.
There are a couple of updates like the PRs from Lee, and I'll be sharing the link to these. Anyone who would like to take a look, please do and offer your feedback or thoughts which you have in the PR. Next up, Rohan has linked PR, I guess. Let's try to open that up. The thing. Yeah, the people will properly copy and paste. All right, and looks like it's the special links to mobile nav. Yeah, so Rohan, would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen. One second. Sorry, I'm having screen sharing issues. Can you go to the link, please?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so just scroll down a bit. In the preview link, preview URL.
Yep. I will quickly navigate through.
Okay, so I had discussed about this issue in a previous meeting. So the problem was in smaller screens, the mobile nav was getting too much height. So that would be a issue for the users. So the matter was there were two pricing in the dashboard nav. So I've removed one of the pricing tags and kept only one pricing column.
So
And
basically, I think the issue was about adding some
Yeah.
missing links to the mobile nav. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
quickly go to the nav bar items are missing in mobile screen, and like we discussed that not necessarily we will want to have all the links that are available in desktop
Yeah.
view to be in mobile view, because then it will be more lengthy, and there were a couple of issues like there were two pricing, and so we decided that we'll be getting rid of them. And
Yeah.
it might be that we will be choosing a couple of links only to have in the mobile view. So you're saying that you fixed the two pricing links, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
also I've
that is
seen
what-
that the other links are probably necessary because we cannot navigate to the pages without these links because these links are not used anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, so then like what can be there is instead of we having solutions and then these many links, there could be some drop down kind of thing. For example, if I quickly take you to Meshri.io catalog, not the catalog, but the site, and if I switch to mobile view, and if we, yeah. So if you open the drop down, you see like there's like plus, and when you click on it, it expands. So there can be some similar setting in here, like we have some drop down menu, like icon or the plus one, and when you click on that, then this expands and opens up these menu.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
okay, I will work on it then.
yeah, that would be helpful, because like you also can feel that it's not very convenient to
Yeah.
scroll past these menu. Yeah. Okay. And since like we are on this item, I just simply make a call for request because I don't know the original assignee is making any progress, and that is you all can see this pop up on the screen, right? That's still loading. The image is half loaded. Can you all confirm this one?
Yeah.
Yes. So we are in need of having a similar pop up for another product, that is Canvas. So, and you can exactly like utilize the same code that is in there. You can just simply you can replace a couple of things like text and the image. You can ask for the image and can also see, the ones that are already existing. And it's possible that you can have this pop up at this Canvas page. If that opens up, you will be able to see the Canvas pages there. Or like it could be that we replace this one with the Canvas pop-up, and then selectively on the couple of pages, we have that pop-up coming. So like this may be a pretty straightforward thing to do. Some assets may be required that you can ask. And so there's currently an open issue. Let me quickly take you there. Yeah, so this one. And if any one of you like to help with this, please comment down and I'll see that you're assigned. Link to our Figma files is already in there, so you also again get access to those. So I think that was all from your side. Is that correct, Rohan? I think the answer is yes. So yeah, if you have not yet written your name in the attendees list, please do. Let me also grab this link and share in chat. Next up, we'll be going through a couple of issues on docs.railfare.io, and we have this call for volunteer that, again, if you'd like to help, you can comment. there are some good first issues, like really straightforward, beginner-friendly good first issues that you can get assigned to. So I'll also go ahead by sharing them in chat. You can get their tutorial in the description. There are a couple of fixes combined from me and Leo, who's also on the call. And so let's first talk about that. So in the last site's call, we talked about whenever, so right now on this particular site, which is this site, docs.layer5.io site, we just had one dropdown, and which basically was this one. But Leo was working on adding another dropdown, which right now you can see is live on the site, and it looks something like this. So there were some issues of like these two were active at the same time, and we don't want that to happen. And so this quick fix is in that direction. Again, like I have tried to explain the issue the problem in the issue, and then also toss the fix. This is an merged effort. Now, if we go to Leo's PR, which basically added this drop down. We originally had a drop down looking something like this, like in the row wise, there were academy and videos. And you can see the issue that he has noted, it is fixed. But then I had requested him to switch to column one. But then I received a session from the maintainers that we should go back to having this one. So we already have these styles. For example, if you go to the files changes by Leo, we can see the assets like for academy and for play icon. And this is just, markup in there. And now the ask that is basically to change it from column to, so for example, this is like in a grid format. We want it to be in row-wise manner, like it is in the system shot. So I think it would mostly be addition of the CSS styling. And so I would highly request Leo to make that change. Also making sure that we are utilizing the existing style as much as we can, because for example, drop-down item, there's already defined styles. So yeah, please do utilize the styles that are already as much as you can. But will you please get a PR going for this, Leo?
Okay, after the meeting. After the meeting.
Thanks a lot. That would
Okay.
But yeah, this really looks good. Thanks a lot for your efforts, Leo.
Thank you as well.
Next up, let me quickly talk about this. So we have an implementation on our site. So currently you can see like I'm not signed into the remote provider, and so it tells me to sign in. Let me quickly go and do that. I'm on the documentation page of Layer 5. I go to the cloud, Layer 5 cloud, and I'll try to sign in with my user. So I click on sign in, and that should do this. And now, as soon as I sign in, there's a couple of resources available at my user, and particularly you can inspect and see. In memory, you can see cookies and token. So as soon as they are made available and you switch to this particular site, this site from there, it will make a request to cloud to fetch your user detail and automatically log you in. And then as you will be exploring these will be personalized to your user. So I have some bandwidth issues, and that's why it's not happening fast. Yeah, you can see my user, it's my user profile, and if I click on it, I will be taken to my cloud user. Now, this implementation, it was by default logging out some, it was, in the console, it was logging out some errors, which were not basically the errors, but some debugging stuff that we obviously don't want to have in the live site. If we need, we can, have that in our local dev environment, but not in the live production side. And basically, I have silenced it out. If I quickly take you there, I've just simply commented out. But this doesn't mean that I have bypassed the issue and that simply have silenced. Please try, if you go and take a look at the implementation, basically the errors, the control flow that is there for the implementation is using try catch. So there are other provisions that you again can read. So basically, I mean to say that, you know, commenting it out doesn't just simply bypass the issue, but is a healthy thing for us to do so that we are not editing out any unnecessary logs in there. So I did for this side. And again, if you want to take a look at it, I'll be quickly dropping the link in chat. Talking about this, I just remember that I have another PR on layer5.io site, which does the same. Which is this one. So this is a React site. The site we were looking at is a Hugo site, you know, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. This is a React site, and there's another implementation from another contributor. Again, your logic is that if the user doesn't have a token, do not make any API calls. And if there is any 401 response, that means that the token is there, but it's not valid. So we don't have to spit any error. We know that it's an unauthorized token. Again, if anything goes south, like it's error that's not known to us, we simply will comment it out because we don't want to, again, that to reappear on the live site. But for debugging purpose, we can, you know, enable that on our local machine. So again, this is there. I'll simply merge after the call. Then we have another item from Anshuman on making this update. I don't see Anshuman in the attendance, so we'll be skipping. But I'll quickly share the link with you just in case you'd like to give any feedback. It is also one significant way to contribute. So yeah, if you have familiarity with this technology and you would like to contribute, please do. There's some good first issues, which again, I'll be sharing link, which is on System. And then there are a couple of calls volunteers for folks who are into UI, UX, and Figma designing. So these are some badges which are in need of creation, and if you'd like to help with these, you simply can navigate to the issue and can read more about the details and requirements. But I think that was all that we had to discuss today on the call. Hopefully we covered everything that we were supposed to, and all of you, you know, presented your work. If you're working on any issues, we'll be discussing them in the next sites meeting, and I'll be seeing you on any number of other meetings too. If I quickly share with you the meeting calendar. So just like the sites fall, we have development meeting on Wednesday, and on Thursday we have newcomers meeting and CI/CD meeting too. So you can also again join any one of these meetings. But for today, that was it, folks. We'll meet, you know, again the next Monday. But yeah, bye.